Okay, so we're here with Jay and Mike. We're at the comic book shop and just trying to find out what exactly are you guys doing right now?
Well, right now we're taking part in the international event, 24-hour Comics Day, where the premise is a bunch of people get together, whether you be a professional artist, amateur, or self-proclaimed talentless artist, and we supposedly create a 24-page comic in a 24-hour marathon.
Okay, cool. How long have you guys been doing this for?
We started this morning at 9 a.m. and we're now at...
It is 10.
So I guess we've been going for about 13 hours.
Cool, okay. Now, what's the point of this? Like, do you guys do this every year, or is this kind of every few months?
Well, it's semi-annual at this point. The last one was in April of 2004. So they took a bit of a break since the last one, kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully it's going to continue on a much more regular basis.
Awesome. Okay. Now, is everyone here from Fredericton, New Brunswick area?
Well, we have Ben here actually made the trip up from Halifax.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, it's nice to have an out-of-towner, and I actually got an email at the last minute last night from some people in St. John who wanted to make the trip too, but because it was so last minute.
They couldn't make it. Shoot. Okay, so how's the dynamic work? Like, do you guys all are you all working on one comic tonight, or?
No, most of us are working individually. Mike and I are actually teaming up here just because we work together well for quite a while. Yeah, exactly. And it's really not much of like a competitive atmosphere. This 24-hour jam is much more of a feel good, everybody wins. It's more about the experience than what the final outcome is.
Excellent. Okay. And do you find in Fredericton, is there many people you find that are involved in animation that you know of personally, or do you wish to see more? Or?
Well, I know when I first started working at the comic shop, I met a lot of people who would talk about the comics they were working on, but quite often it would seem like they felt they were sort of isolated in a way. So I really wanted to get something going where people could, see that there's more folks in Fredericton doing the same things they're doing. It'd be that much more encouraging to be doing it, in a community kind of thing.
Sure, excellent. Yeah.
So yeah, Fredericton definitely has a wealth of talent, and it's just nice to get everybody together and see that there's others like us out there.
Definitely, it's cool. Now, in relation to any like the comic book industry as a whole, do you know of like is there much of a Canadian maybe like I guess what I'm asking is there many Canadian animators that are up and coming or have been around for a while?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some great sort of lesser known artists like Seth, and then there's guys like Darwin Cook and Steve McNiven who are doing like top selling books that are living in Halifax right now too. So yeah, there's definitely a wealth of not just amateur talent, but professional, world-recognized talent as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, is there in the Maritimes? Are there any like say conventions or any sort of fairs where people show off their talent at all?
Not really. Not that I know of. Anyways, maybe others could point out something like that. But as far as I know, the only real significant comic book convention that's closest to here in Canada would be the Toronto one, which is quite an experience, yeah.
Wow. That'd be nice to see more, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like this, you would think, there's a lot of people interested in something like this.
Well, and that's just it. With more exposure and with more people realizing that there is a community, in this area, maybe something like that could happen.
That would be nice, definitely. Well, maybe if you want to take a look at what they're working on here.
Work in progress. I'm doing some watercoloring here. It's another scene of destruction. Mm-hmm. Some unknown monster has cut us a nasty path through the city. And at this point, he's making his way through an industrial zone.
Cool. So, are these all going to be shot in black and white, or are you going to be doing more?
Yeah, no, any artwork that's submitted to the 24-hour people has to be in black and white, or grayscale, like this kind of thing.
Okay.
And they'll take things into consideration, because they usually publish an anthology collecting the best of.
Right.
So there's a possibility that we might see more local talent. Like in the last one, actually, Gibson over here got published. It shows I think they got something like 10,000 pages submitted from all over the world.
Oh,
And they
wow.
chose 24 to be printed in the highlights book. And we're all really proud that a local artist would get that kind of
Wow, that's really
recognition.
awesome.
Yeah.
So after you guys finish with everything here,
Speaking of the book, on sale at Strange Adventures.
awesome. So after you guys are finished with everything here, are you submitting this to another organization? Is that what?
Yeah, well, it's the crew that actually got the 24-hour comics thing started. It's, some guys in America. Actually, I don't know where Nat and them live in America.
California.
California, is it? It was actually a guy named Scott McLeod who sort of started the organized, larger community events. But the idea of a comic jam's been going on for quite a while. It's no different than a bunch of musicians getting together and just jamming out music and
kind of thing.
get ideas from each other, inspiration, that kind of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think what else I could ask. I guess I'll be cutting this stuff out. I suppose we could also discuss well, maybe a couple personal questions if you don't mind.
It depends on how personal.
Well, we're not going to talk about underwear size or anything, but just kind of like maybe how long you've been doing that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. Well, if you just want to click it and then start another one.